Hello everybody, the Grumpy Jock, equipment for dealing with rat holes, some general purpose cement, some wire wool, as you see pads here, some expanding foam, and a bucket and a cement trowel. This is what we're looking to achieve, ones I've done earlier, filling in holes in a stable block with those equipment. That one you can see the expanding foam has continued to expand slightly after cement, and these are the holes we are looking to get after. Where the rats have moved further along this wall from where the ones I've shown you earlier where I've filled them in already to there. First thing to do then is to insert the expanding foam into the hole as far as the hole goes, and give it a decent amount, just to be careful it doesn't continue to come out the hole after you've done that. Following this, we've got the expanding foam in. You can use the wire wool to plug the hole mixed in with the expanding foam. The expanding foam will lock round the wire wool, and the expanding foam will not stop the rats. The rats can obviously chew through the expanding foam, as they do through the old cement in these walls, as you can see. But when they reach the wire wool, they don't like chewing that because it's also going to hurt their mouths, and they'll then find another route and hopefully go away because it's too difficult to come through there. You can also, if you choose not to use the expanding foam, it's quite messy and additional expense, just put in the wire wool into the hole and then use the cement to hold the wire wool, and it'll have the same effect, if that makes sense. Prior to cementing, if you clean the holes out and you see this is a stable block, the shavings from the horse's bed, etc., and to allow the cement to grip onto that. And again there you can see wire wool being pushed into a slightly larger hole, which had in itself a loose stone. This is a quick video here today. We're filming the phones, it's a bit basic, but if you like the video, please like and subscribe to my channel, that'd be very useful. Next thing is mixing up the general purpose cement. You can buy separate cement and sand and mix them up yourselves. However, for ease, I'd recommend just buying a pre-mixed cement. You want the water at a low pressure, you don't need much water at all, and I tend to make up small batches so as not to waste it. So small amount of cement, or general purpose cement, pre-mixed with sand, into the bucket. And then next thing is to put in a small amount of water. Always err on the side of caution when you're doing this so you don't over wet your cement, and then give it a decent amount, a decent stir to get rid of any dry cement. One thing to recommend is to try and avoid breathing in any cement dust that comes up just as you're pouring it in, and I tend to wear a marigold on my left hand when I'm doing this, or some other type of glove. I am not a trained bricklayer, as you'll see later on, and I find it easier to use my left hand. You see here, even though I put a very small amount of water in, it's actually too much, so I've had to add additional cement to the mix to get it to the right consistency. Say I use a marigold to protect my left hand. Cement is slight corrosive, alkaline corrosive, so you will get flaky skin if you have it on for a long period of time. So put a glove on, and then you can use that as effectively your shovel, which allows you then to use your cement trowel to push it in. So here we are, the first hole that I'm going to cement. See, I'm using my marigolded hand to hold the cement as I then trowel it in, and I think anyone that's a professional bricklayer, plasterer or similar will be having a heart attack at the state I am doing here. But as I say, this is a stable block. The horses don't care about the aesthetics of the stable, however they do care about rats coming into their stable at night when they're lying down trying to sleep, and that's the reason we are looking to fill in these holes, to stop the horses having a disturbed night's sleep and having rats running around. The rats themselves, urine and feces, can also cause illness to the horses, so it is important to try and minimise the amount of rats you get around stables, etc. You never get rid of all of them. It is just a part of nature that they will migrate to areas where there is food, warmth from the horses. At this time of year, it's filmed in January, and they will naturally come there. See, another bit of wire wool, this one without the expanding foam, and the cement will be used to hold the wire wool in place, and what it does, it just discourages the rat from chewing through your new bit of cement. What I've found is that the new cement I've put in has generally always been harder than the legacy, old cement in these walls, and that has meant that they've found other routes to come through, It's a bit of a constant battle. You may be asking why we aren't putting any poison into these holes, etc. There's barn owls around this area, and we don't want to run a risk of a rat being poisoned or a non-target species being poisoned, and then a barn owl subsequently picking that up and having a secondary poison. There is a poison you can get which is barn owl safe. However, you have to do courses to legally use this stuff, which I haven't got around to doing. So I do have some of the traps, plastic traps with the plastic boxes with the traps inside them, which I have a semi-success rate of catching the rats, but not all of them, and there's only so many places you can put them. You can't put them obviously in the stable with a horse, where these holes are directly coming into it, because the horse will just stand in the box and break it. But as you say, making a bit of a mess here, but it's just getting it sort of covered as much as possible to prevent the rats coming back through. If you want to do a neater job around your house, for instance, the advice would be to use more cement and actually do a full skim off the area, blend into the existing brickwork. I'm not doing that here, say for a stable, not for anything that needs to look particularly aesthetically pleasing. That's it. Hopefully you found that useful. If you liked the video, please hit like and subscribe. Thank you.